Yeah. So, do you have your name and date of birth?
No.
Or a driver's license?
No.
So you're going to refuse to be listed as a witness since you sat here and videotaped the entire scene?
I'm not interfering with any of your shit.
You need to put your finger out of my face.
You need to back up for me then.
I don't need to back up. This is my scene. This is his scene.
No, f you and your scene, man. I'm
okay,
standing
you need
right
to
here.
leave now.
I'm not leaving anywhere.
Leave.
So I'm just going to sit here the whole time.
What bus are you taking?
I don't have to answer any questions. You already answered your own question. You already answered your own question.
Time to go, brother.
You already answered your own questions. You said if I'm sitting here, I'm a paying customer.
Are you gonna leave or not?
You said if I'm sitting here, I'm a paying customer.
Are you going to leave or not, sir?
Who you with? You see some ID?
ID?
Uh-huh.
Like my journal credentials or?
Driver license, yeah. Some ID, you need to identify yourself.
I need to identify myself?
Yeah.
Or did I do something wrong?
You know, you're a police officer. You're outside a state police office or whatever. And everything, so.
Hello everybody, welcome back and thanks for tuning in to the Justice for All channel. Now, if you like to see tyrannical cops getting owned with ease, then this is the video you're going to want to stick around for. We're going to take it back old school on some epic police encounters recorded by a legendary cop watching channel. A channel that I've been watching and learning from for many years. I don't think anybody has done it as long as the Battousai. Nobody does it like him, to be honest. This guy is a legend. Most of you already know who he is that have been watching these videos for quite a while. Now let's get to these clips. I know you're gonna enjoy it. After you see this, if you're not subscribed to him, I highly recommend it. You probably will go subscribe after this. Let him know I sent you. We'll see you in the comments and enjoy the ride.
How's it going, man? You got your ID with you? You got any ID, sir? Sir, do you have any ID? Yes, no, maybe? Do you have any ID, sir?
Am I being detained?
For investigation. With everything that's going on in this world, and this, especially involving law enforcement, you're walking around law enforcement facility with a video camera. We like to know who's surrounding our complexes. Do you have any ID? Or are you refusing to ID yourself, sir?
What's your name and badge number?
Officer R. Reynolds, ID 3825. Are you refusing to ID yourself, sir?
What's your name and badge number?
2586.
Thank you.
Are you refusing to ID yourself, sir?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
For what crime?
I didn't say you committed a crime, but I have the legal right to detain you for further investigation, depending on the outcome of what's going on. You're walking around a law enforcement facility very suspiciously with a video camera. In light of what's going on, we have the right and authority to know who's walking around our facilities.
No, that's incorrect.
Okay, do you have your ID? Are you refusing to ID yourself? Yes or no?
What happens if I don't ID myself?
No? Then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay, but you have to tell me what happens if I don't ID myself.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm not required to tell you that. Are you, yes or no? Are you refusing to ID yourself or not?
Once again, what crime have I committed?
I've already explained that to you. I don't need to explain it to you again. Are you or are you not going to identify yourself?
Are you familiar with Texas Penal Code 38.02?
Answer my question. I get to answer the questions here. It's my investigation, not yours.
I'm not going to ID myself.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Wait, what are you doing?
Down. Let go. What are you doing? Put your hands behind your back.
One eternity later. Now, for those that don't know, Philip Turner, the Battousai, made case law, Turner versus Driver, ruled by the Supreme Court that we the people have the right to record police activity on the course of their duties.
Do you have your information? Your driver's license?
What's that?
Do you have your driver's license or name, date of birth?
For what?
Because now you're a witness to this crime that we're doing.
What crime is that?
The crime that we got these people in the back of these cars for.
I don't know what crime they committed.
You don't have to know.
But how do I know what they did though? I don't know what they did.
Okay, they broke the law. They're in possession of narcotics. That's why they're in the back of our cars.
Okay, now you're telling me that. Okay.
Yeah. So, do you have your name and date of birth?
No.
Or a driver's license?
No.
So you're going to refuse to be listed as a witness since you sat here and videotaped the entire scene?
If you need a copy of the video, I can give you a copy of the video.
Well, yeah, but we're also going to need to identify you in our report that you were here videoing, so when we come to get a copy of that video, we can get that.
All right, let me talk to your supervisor.
He said that he won't want to give us his name or date of birth until he talks to our supervisor. So.
And you're probably going to end up going to jail because right now you're witnessing a crime.
Well, I asked to talk to a supervisor. He's here, so why can't I speak with him?
Because you're refusing to give your information, you'll be going to jail for failure to identify as you're a witness to a crime.
So I need to give you my ID to speak to your supervisor? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Okay, I need to speak
Why?
to the supervisor.
Why do you need to speak to the supervisor?
Because I requested to
What
speak to
warrants
him.
that?
Because I requested to speak to him, and he's here.
Okay. So what's your point?
He's here. I need to speak with him.
You've got no part of the scene, right? But you want to speak to our supervisor.
You can speak to him.
Okay.
Yeah, but you'll be in handcuffs and it'll be at the jail. Is that what you want to do?
I need to speak to your supervisor.
Is that what you want to do?
I need to speak to your supervisor.
What aren't you understanding? You put yourself in this situation right here. You see that? You're on private property
Private
right now.
or public?
You're on private property right now.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
Do you have permission to be here?
Did the owner trespass me?
Well, this guy.
He doesn't want you here.
This guy actually did come over and tell us he wanted you to leave.
That guy right there?
So,
what's his name?
So what's your point?
What's the guy's name that don't want me here?
So do you want to identify yourself so we can list you as a witness to this crime, or?
I'm just asking a simple question. The guy that you just talked to, he doesn't want me here.
Yes.
So is he
Would
trespassing?
you like for me to go ask him to tell you to leave himself?
Do you already have that notice?
Yes, he told us when he came over here and gave me his business.
Then why do you
card.
have to go ask him then?
If you would like for him to tell you himself.
He can tell me whatever he needs to do.
If
he needs to tell me to leave, I'll leave. Simple as that. He needs to give me a warning before you can trespass me.
Well, now until you identify yourself, now you're forced to not leave.
All right, I need to speak to your supervisor.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, and it's not against the law.
Okay.
So he needs to get educated on that because that's clearly not the case. Okay. Now, am I currently being detained here, or am I free to go?
You're free to go, man. I'm here. I came up.
What's up, dog?
How's it going?
What we doing?
What's that?
What we doing?
Oh, we're just recording today.
Recording what?
Just out in public. Recording.
Recording what for?
Oh, I'm doing a story.
Who you with? Let me see some ID.
ID? Like my journal credentials or?
Driver license, yeah. Some ID you need to identify yourself.
I need to identify myself?
Yeah.
Or did I do something wrong?
You know, you're a police officer. You're outside a state police office or whatever. And everything, so I need to see your ID. But it's plain and simple. Let me tell you.
I understand, but I'm just asking if I did something wrong.
Okay, no, I didn't say you did anything wrong. I said I need to see your ID. When we have activity, suspicious activity. Right now, this is suspicious activity. This is not normal everyday operation. Okay, so you need to see some ID.
I don't have any identification on me.
You don't?
No, not on me.
Okay, well, we need to start with your name then. You don't have any on? You don't have a wallet on you? Is this your vehicle?
No, it's not.
Where's your vehicle at?
Am I in trouble or something? Because like I'm just trying to do a story.
Okay, I'm just asking questions.
All right. Well, if I can get back to my story so I can go ahead and finish.
No. I need to see some ID. You need to identify yourself right now, because right now you're failing to identify. When a police officer, asks for your identification, then you need to ID yourself.
Is that the Texas statute?
That's a law.
Is that the Texas law?
That's a police officer law. I'm not standing here and going to ask questions. You need to produce some ID.
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
All right, then I'm just going to remain silent.
Do what?
I'm going to remain silent.
Well, come on over here. Is he with you?
I'm going to remain silent.
Stand over here. Okay. Same here with this one. Where's your vehicle at? From Texas?
Are we still being detained?
You're not detained at all. You're free to leave. Well, right now we're asking questions. Anytime.
So you're detaining me?
If you're not going to identify yourself, you're free to go.
Okay.
Any reason why you're not speaking? Any reason why you don't talk or you don't want to talk? Is there any particular reason, sir? Pretty warm out here. Do you live around here? Do you go to school across the street at UTSA? You a student? Hello? Look, sir, I don't mind getting videotaped, and you're probably going to use your battery up, and I don't mind it one bit. But I will tell you that at the point that an individual complains because of your activity, it's the local police department's responsibility to come out here and investigate, okay? And that's the reason, the sole reason I'm here. I'm not here to take up your time. I'm not here to be an inconvenience to whatever you may be doing. I'm just trying to find out and investigate as to, you know, something I can relay back to them. Is there anything in particular that you would like for me to relay to the local FBI office as far as their complaint about you being out here, or they're suspicious about you being out here? Nothing at all? Nothing at all? Like I said, sir, you're just going to use up your battery videotaping us. I mean, if you're in a school project or you're doing something related to your career or your studies, we completely understand. But we're here to investigate as to what your activities are out here. How you doing, sir? Yeah, I was also notified. They called me. Apparently, they've received some threats here recently, some bomb threats, and folks have been shooting at the building. This person has been out here, from what I understand, has been walking up and down the sidewalk, videotaping the building. What do you say he's doing? He's not speaking, so I'm trying to figure out whether he needs someone to help him either sign or.
Anything I could help you with, bro?
How you doing, buddy?
Hello.
Sir, you can videotape all you want, but you're just going to use up your battery on us. We're here. These folks are concerned. They've called us to come out and at least investigate as to what your reason, your purpose is. Whatever your purpose is, just state it, and we'll be more than glad to report that back to them.
Anything I could help you with? Anything at all?
You waiting for the bus, man? You gonna catch the bus out of here, sir?
Am I being detained?
Say again?
Am I being detained?
No. I'm asking you a simple question.
I don't answer questions.
Say again?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions?
I do not.
All right.
Well, if you're not going to be a paying customer, man, that's all we're trying to get at. If you're a paying customer, you're good to go. If you're not a paying customer, then you're going to have to go, okay?
I don't answer questions.
So are you a paying customer?
Don't answer questions.
Well, listen, partner, if
I'm
you're
gonna
not
have
gonna
to
catch
ask
the
you to
bus,
leave,
you gotta go, man.
Don't answer questions.
Sir,
This seems like harassment to me, sir.
this is the second time, sir, I'm asking you to
This
leave.
seems like
please.
harassment to me, John.
Why?
Because you're not a paying customer, you're not utilizing the transit service.
What about you, sir? Are you gonna catch the bus?
It's insane and it blows my mind what these cops bring to the table in front of cameras on a daily basis. This man is sitting in a bus stop waiting for the bus out in a public sidewalk, which is public property. So of course, tyrants are gonna do what they do best, all because he has a video camera. But thanks to the Battousai that does not take no crap from any of these law enforcement officers, keeping it cool, calm, and collected. Absolutely brilliant.
So are you going to leave?
Because I'm trying to catch the bus.
You said you weren't answering any questions. Now you're answering questions?
Hello? Well, obviously you're going to kick me out so I can't catch the bus, so what do you want?
Okay, then are you going to leave? Or do I have to put you in handcuffs?
Because I'm not a paying customer? Is that what you're saying? But how do you know that, though?
Because you refuse to answer questions, remember?
I don't have to answer questions, sir. I really don't.
You're on private property, and if you're sitting here, that means that you're a paying customer, and you're going to pay for service.
So didn't you just answer your own question?
All you do is just walk back and forth with me.
Well, the bus ain't here yet. So
Okay,
I'm not just going to sit here the whole time.
What bus are you taking?
I don't have to answer any questions. You already answered your own question. You already answered your own
It's
question.
time to go, brother.
You already answered your own questions. You said if I'm sitting here, I'm a paying customer.
Are you going to leave or
You
not?
said if I'm sitting here, I'm a paying customer.
Are you going to leave or not, sir?
I'm catching a bus.
You want to go to jail for criminal trespass?
I said I'm catching a bus.
Make the decision.
I'm catching a bus.
What bus you catching?
It's irrelevant.
You can't even answer my question.
It's
sir.
irrelevant.
That's like going to the
You
movie
just asked
theater
me
and
if I was a
saying,
paying
I'm here to watch
customer.
a movie, but I don't know what I'm watching.
This was like harassment to me.
Hey,
right?
serious?
This is
What we're gonna do, partner? We're gonna wait for the 2 routes that come through this bus stop to come by here. If you don't catch the bus, then that means you weren't catching the bus.
Do what you gotta do. Get on the bus.
Say again?
Do what you have to do.
Okay.
You can't force
We're gonna do that,
on the
man.
bus.
What did you say now?
I asked you why are you here?
I said I'm taking photos.
Okay. Are you allowed on this accident scene? That's what I'm asking you.
You're asking me if I'm allowed to be here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you think?
Okay. I need you to leave, please. Until
I'm not
we
going to
get
leave.
Mendoza, your accident scene. He's taking pictures of other people's vehicles and license plates, which is against the law.
What are you doing right now?
Taking photography.
Okay. Not here. Not right now, okay?
Okay. What are you going to do if I don't stop?
Okay. Look, all I'm asking, you can do what you need to do. Just go over there.
You're not going to stop me from taking photography.
Okay. You work for the newspaper?
I don't have to work for the newspaper to take public photography.
Okay. But taking license plate pictures of license plates, you are not allowed to do.
You are also by law allowed to lie to me. That's incorrect information.
I think you need to relearn the law on that.
You actually can,
okay.
And I can take all the videos of license plates that I want.
Okay. You go ahead and do that.
I will.
Do you have your ID on you?
Do you have your ID on you?
Now you're on our accident scene,
Okay.
so I want you to identify yourself.
I want you to identify yourself right now.
Officer Cagle.
Badge number?
635.
And you?
Officer Mendoza, 570.
Now watch how I'm not going to give you my license.
Okay. Then I need you to remove yourself from this
I'm not
accident
going to remove myself from this accident scene.
455. I need a supervisor out here to this scene now.
You wanted to come here and intimidate
No,
me?
sir, you
Let me
came
tell you
on
something
our
right now.
No, sir, let me
This is not your accident scene. This is all public property, okay?
You're coming up here taking photos of pictures?
Yeah. First of all, lower your voice now.
Sir, I'm talking the same way
No. You came here with a bad energy.
No, I asked what you were doing
You're going to lower your voice now when you talk to me.
You sat here and said I can be wherever I want.
Anywhere I want,
Okay.
yes.
All I asked you is why you're here taking photographs of other people's
None
property.
of your goddamn business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you going to identify yourself since you're part of this accident?
Absolutely not.
Okay. And why is that?
Because you are not my dad. Who do you think you are?
And you do not belong in this accident
I
scene.
can be anywhere I want.
You need to leave.
I'm not leaving.
Mendoza?
Sir.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Okay, all we're asking.
You're not going to tell me you're not going to intimidate me out of here.
I don't understand what the purpose is.
What is your purpose of you being here right now?
Okay, so
You
what
have an
this
accident scene. Go deal with it.
Okay, this accident is said and done. These records are now
Then
making
walk away. You're dismissed. I don't need you here.
Okay, so this accident is over. Why are
Then
you
get the f out of here. I don't need you here. You're trying to intimidate me? 2 officers with guns?
No one's touching anything on that.
Then back away, because if I had come to you this close, you would have arrested my ass.
You're
Now,
already
need to-
on our scene, which is
I
interfering in
can
my
be
investigation.
here. I'm not interfering with
Sir,
any of your shit.
You need to put your finger out of my face.
You need to back up for me then.
I don't need to back up. This is my scene. This is his scene.
No, f you and your scene, man. I'm
Okay,
standing
you need
right
to
here.
leave now.
I'm not leaving anywhere.
Leave.
I'm
Go.
not leaving anywhere.
You need to
I'm
go.
not leaving anywhere.
So much for the land of the free, right? This video was featured by the Battousai, which that's where I found this video.
The Lake Jackson Police Department and City of Lake Jackson would like to express our gratitude for the patience afforded to us by the citizens of Lake Jackson while we thoroughly investigated an unfortunate incident regarding the actions of 2 of our officers on March 4th, 2022. Their actions were based on an erroneous understanding of law, which resulted in an arrest of a citizen who was illegally videotaping a nearby traffic accident. Police Department supervision quickly discovered the error, released the citizen, and initiated an internal affairs process. At this time, the internal affairs investigation is complete, and we have taken the appropriate action given the circumstances of this incident. As of this morning, before conclusion of the investigation, we accepted the resignation of Johnny Cagle from his position with the Lake Jackson Police Department. Officer Mendoza, who was also a subject of the investigation, will receive a period of unpaid leave and is required to participate in remedial training in the areas of law of concern in this incident. We are also in consultation with the District Attorney's Office for confirmation on whether the actions of the officers rise to the level of criminal responsibility. We work hard every day to earn and keep the trust of people we serve here in Lake Jackson, and as we move forward as a community, the Lake Jackson Police Department recommits itself to the tenets of delivering professional and courteous service, preserving the peace, and enforcing the law and Constitution to make a safe environment for all citizens. When officers investigate themselves, they typically find no wrongdoing. I will commend the police department and the city for taking some form of action for this mistake. It's unfortunate that Mr. Cagle dodged his consequences by resigning before the investigation was complete, giving him the ability to apply for other departments.
Brilliant work by the Battousai, as usual. Remember to subscribe to this man. His channel link will be linked in the description, and we'll definitely see you in the comment section. We'll see you on the next one.